Welcome back, everybody, to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Justice for All. Today, spoilers, we will be finishing Case 2. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Enid could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan. That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt... Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Miss Von Karma! Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation? Looking down on me even though we're the same age. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. I have to point out the spelling errors, man. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you, and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion, and then we'll know who the real winner is. Der realistische Gewinner. I don't know, it's been 4 years since I took German. Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss Eenie Miney had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Eenie Miney and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Ms. Miney, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. Ms. Miney, if you please. Okay, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... let's, give this thing a shot. That was, last year in May. Something really bad happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sister was totally tired while she was driving. I was, totally pooped, too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt, and, it was a sea of flames around me. I, opened the door and, got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows, day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister? Those were merely rumors, totally baseless gossip. Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Mrs. Miney's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Yep. Hold it! She was totally tired? You mean exhausted? She had to talk to the police and, it was being investigated, every day. It was, a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder, then, that the car accident happened, huh? So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? What are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True. But, I don't, have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware that you didn't have your license, Miss Miney. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Okay, anyway. I was totally pooped, blah 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 blah. The thing gets added to the end.
forgot that part.
I, like, didn't have my license, so, like, I couldn't take over driving for her.
Really?
What's this license doing here?
Objection! Miss Miney, that was a lame lie just now.
Like, what do you mean?
I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney?
That's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident.
No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so.
What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director?
Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how did you... No fun cares.
Fitness.
When did you receive your driver's license?
Like, last November.
What? November?
The accident happened last May. That's half a year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix, right?
What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Miney did not have a driver's license.
Cry, and my VIP will accommodate.
Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers.
I'm, like, glad you get it, but... Like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sis would've, like, let me drive.
Don't just stand there, to yourself. Not you too, Mia, with the whip, and the pain, and the ow, and the... Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway?
That's because...
I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony, Miss Miney, if you please.
Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, didn't mean to be mean.
Alright, let's break this down here.
Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis, like, is totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too.
I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... let's do this anyway. Yep. Hold it! It was a new car?
Yeah, she had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK.
The UK? Was that her boyfriend's initials? The judge doesn't know outside America!
And it was really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive.
I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. But I really don't know anything about cars. But I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor! Yes? Please append what the witness has just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special car from overseas? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then... That's not my point! Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Miney, would you please fix your testimony?
Sure, whatever. My sis' new car was like a totally special model from England.
Hold it! I yelled, "Hold it," pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it. So yes, what am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good?
Like, huh?
They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite of our cars here in the States. It would seem there is no benefit to owning one.
Like, huh?
This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it?
You! What do you know?
That sleek shape, the purr at the edge of the wild way it starts with the smooth handling and the raw feeling of the transmission and blah 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 blah. Forgive me. Her personality really changes at the drop of a hat.
It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case.
Now we get to this thing here. We take a look at newspaper clipping 2, which we haven't really done so yet. So let's check. The right door and, like, got out. But wait, if the steering wheel is on the right of a British car, then wouldn't the right door be the driver's seat? Objection! Miss Miney, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it?
Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that?
Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat, the left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver is on the left side. That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car. Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. What do you mean by this? Miss Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Order in the court.
Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. And he says the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Miney.
That is what Enid said, yes. But that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions.
Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder.
If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Enid or Mimi, who was really driving that night? I think it was Mimi. The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Enid Miney, was the one in the driver's seat.
Which leads us to the next question. The next question?
Who is the person standing on the witness stand right now?
What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name is...
I'll tell you what her name really is. And if I get it wrong, I will lose half of my goddamned health. Jesus Christ. Pressure? This witness's real name is... Dun dun dun! Take that! Mimi Miney. That is your real name.
Objection!
Of all the foolish drivel. Then how do you explain her appearance?
When she was admitted into the hospital, this witness was suffering severe facial burns. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, they used a picture.
Facial reconstruction surgery?
This is a picture she gave her doctors, gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. But Mimi Miney, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case.
So then, the bodies they found at the crash site.
That was the body of the real Eenie Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Miney? That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eenie Miney. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence.
Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray.
What do you mean?
What is the meaning of this nonsense?
Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Miney was still, in fact, alive! And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So, this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs!
And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray?
Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Well, Miss Von Con...
Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked.
Witness?
That's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi, too. So close!
But why? Why would you go so far to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted herself to disappear because of this.
Take that! That's about the malpractice incident.
Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Miney had a car accident, in which she lost her younger sister.
The timing couldn't have been worse.
14 patients dying in that incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear.
I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way.
She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination.
That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of the channeling mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo-jumbo?
Becoming Eenie has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it! I hate it all!
It's one hell of a revelation. I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here. Why did you set a murderous revenge plot into motion? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help you with the plan? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay.
This is preposterous! I'm perfect! Me, Franziska von Karma!
I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Oh, shit!
She has gone nuts! And one more for good measure.
He's fucking out! Holy shit!
Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix!
Phoenix! Phoenix? Phoenix! Phoenix!
This court is a fraud! A sham!
Now then, it looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness, so I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty.
Huzzah! Finally!
That is all. This court is adjourned.
3:13 p.m. So that day of trial was 5 hours. Congratulations, Maya. Sis! It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box! That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. There's still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi Miney had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then, you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fay, who had just committed murder. She had it planned out of the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Miss Mimi with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped me with her plan was, oddly enough, Pearl. Take that! Pearly? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Curain Village. And that person will be you, Maya. And? But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then? The Branch family, my aunt. No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Everything was done for her sake. It was all so that Pearls would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying, I thought so. Date and time unknown. My precious Pearl! You are the only one suitable to be the master of Curain, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder,
and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying witless Main family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come.
Foreshadowing! And that's the end of Case 2, everybody. How about that shit? So a brand new episode has been added. How about that? So I'm gonna save here. And, that's episode 2 complete. So, next time we will be starting up Case 3, Turnabout Big Top. We'll see you then.